Hi, Jim Robinson, ProfitTrading.com. We're going to take a look at a stock I have a buy signal out for in the premium newsletter. Okay, now this is bcrx, and we're going to buy above this high today in the premium newsletter if that gets hit. Now I'm going to show you a couple reasons why I think that stock's at a low. Well, just right off the top of my head, if you look, if this gap made this big gap up here, and you'll look that when the stock came back down, it stopped right at that gap pretty much. If I draw a trend line over here, that gap has been so far strong support, and that's what you would expect when the market comes back down and tests a gap. A lot of times it'll come into the gap, or sometimes it'll fill the gap completely, but there's no hard and fast rule. I mean, the fact that it's not filling the gap, it just came down and touched where the gap made the move up, it probably means that this stock's stronger. So if it moves our way from here as we're expecting it to, so that's one thing. The gap should be strong support. Now here's another thing. The Fibonacci retracement, we'll put it at the low, and then we'll take it up to the high, and then we'll drag it over, and basically, well, it's kind of hid there, but the 0.618 area comes in at, like, it looks like it says 5, let's see here, 576, 569, right in that area, 570. So it's right at the Fibonacci retracement of this swing from here to here. This swing down is the Fibonacci 0.618 retracement. So we'll take that off. Now here's another couple interesting little tools that this Advanced Get software has. Is it's got training mode here where we can take and move the bars back a little bit. If I can get it to work. There they go. Okay, that's probably too far. Now, okay, we'll expand that out a little bit. Now what this is called the make or break, and this tells you like if it makes like an ABC move, like this probably is an ABC correction of this bull swing here, A, B, C. It will give you an area that it'll expect C-way low to come in if you, or if you just want to look at it not like Elliott wave, but just look at it like it's going to make a double bottom. You just click on this bottom, and this make or break, and I think it has to do with Fibonacci and time, momentum. Probably all that is in this indicator. You know, it's a proprietary indicator they use. But anyway, these black hash marks even give you a date that they're expecting the low to come in. So right now it's saying 12:10 to 12:29, and you know these numbers are never going to be exact, but it's just and right around 6:50. So now we'll move the chart forward with the training mode, and we'll see how that played out. Let's see here. Move this back so we can see it a little better. So we'll just go one day at a time forward. Okay. Now you see BCRX coming right down to that first black hash mark. I guess I'm moving it a week at a time ahead. Let me move it a day at a time ahead. Okay, now here we go. Now, okay, it came below the make or break. Again, it's not going to be perfect. It's just an area. But right there it made a that would be a hammer candlestick bar, so that could kind of tell you that this stock was finding support. And then it started moving higher, and this is kind of tracing out to be what looks like maybe a head and shoulders. That's what I think it is right now. And that could be the breakout bar from the head and shoulders. And this is where we're going long today, right above this bar. And we're going to put our stop right down here. If I move the chart over a little bit more and kind of work it out, you can see how this looks like more of a head and shoulders. Let me erase that. See, this looks like it could be a head and shoulders bottom. So we're just taking a stab that buying here and a stop down here, you know, so we're not going to have too big of a risk. And if it moves our way, hopefully we can get this stock to move up to $15 or something. Now here's one more little tool I'm going to try to get on here quick. Well, I know if we move to the weekly time frame, that might help. Okay, it's got an ellipse indicator, and it's a Fibonacci momentum tool too. And if you click on the bottom, the last swing low, and you click on the swing high, it will tell you about where it thinks the low's coming in at. And we'll click on this high. Okay, it didn't work that time. Let's see here. Click on this low and this high. Sometimes you got to click on a couple different lows and a couple different highs because yeah, I guess that's not working too well. See, they're not always, that's a good lesson there, that they're not always going to all line up for you. That ellipse, normally when a low is coming in, that ellipse, well, there, that pretty much did nail that low, but we had to draw it off a different swing low. But it's just another thing. You can't use any of these tools alone, and a lot of times that ellipse is right there calling a low with the other indicators. This time it really isn't, but that's a good lesson, you know. Anyway, I think a low is in on this stock and we're trying to buy it, and that's it for this trading lesson. Thanks, Jim Robinson, ProfitTrading.com.